Hello, folks.
Hi there!
So it's another episode of Würfelcast, episode 70, a special one, as we are looking into the games that are coming out or sold in Essen Spiel 2022. And because as from my own experience, Essen Spiel is something, although Jenkins as well, but Essen Spiel is more like that, where there are always quite a few new titles and quite a few older titles, so it's half and half. There's a lot of older titles, and
Yeah.
not even on the Spiel preview of BGG. Thanks to Eric Martin who combines this list. But when you go to Essen, it's first time Kyle. But when you go to Essen, you see a lot of those flea markets and then things where you can buy older games or games out of print, etc. So there's a ton more that you can imagine or see online. So you'll see when you get there. So yeah, but it's the first.
Yes, I will.
It's the first time for Kyle. So are you excited?
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I'm going to Essen kind of as an ersatz Gen Con this year, since I didn't go there due to some life that was happening. But I'm excited. It's my first time going there, so I'll see things a little bit different. A chance to dust off my German, I guess. Victor's also going with me. So at least he said he is. We'll see. So it'll be his first real game convention as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm thrilled and not looking forward to the flight. But other than that, I'm sure it'll be fun.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've been there. I've been there for years, but last time I think it was 5 years or 4 years ago. I think it was 17.
Okay.
I think 17 was the last time I've been there. Due to some things in life as well, where I just cannot get there.
Life gets in the way.
yeah. But I've had a ton of fun, and going there every year has been a tiny bit, though very exciting, but tiny bit daunting as well, because it just I try to do the work as well, record some stuff, etc., and it becomes more work than the actual fun. And I'm looking forward to going there without recording anything, or if I do, then it's something for fun, a vlog or something like that. It's nothing special. So that might be my case next year, maybe.
We'll see. I'll see how amazing it is or isn't, and then decide if I'm going back next year.
Oh, it is. Beware a few holes where there's so much crowd that you cannot even get through that big crowd.
I have been to places before. We'll see, though. But I'm excited to see if there's any interesting games that are coming out. We'll see. I did look at the list. There's a lot of junk, too. A lot of on the preview list. There were a lot of games that have been out for a number of years that were just coming out in German or a reprint or something. So I'm not super excited about those, but there is a lot of stuff to look forward to. So we'll see.
All right. So yeah, today's topic of the day: Essen Spiel 2022 preview. Here we go.
Hurrah.
And Kyle, why don't you help me and click on this one to add the tab on the.
Oh, I have to do that. Okay. Yes, I will. There we go.
You see that now? Good.
I see it. It's on.
Good. Beautiful. There are some, technical things, but that's where we'll be able to see the games separately as well. So what we did here, we combined our lists of the games we are interested in. For me, I just went with the same vibe as with the Gen Con list. That's a cool cover. That's a cool idea. Something like that. Oh, the name sounds interesting. Something like that. Oh, that's my favorite designer. Whatever. All of these basic stuff because I don't know anything about these games. I look at them like, okay, this one looks, yeah, another dice placement game. Is it special? I don't know. I have to try. It's this kind of a list.
This is a list where I have a very low filter. Actually, it's if it looks interesting, I put it on the list. If it doesn't, I don't. Putting it on
Yeah,
the list costs me nothing. So,
yeah. So let's start with we have quite a few games. I think we have 62 titles in total for
yeah, and I
my
think I
list.
forgot one that I'm going to have to add. So,
All right, then I'll have to search for it separately, but that's fine.
well, it worst. I'll just talk about it when we get there numerically if it's not on your list.
All right,
Don't worry about it.
so the first two games and 2F Spiele is definitely something from Kyle's list, as I might
What?
not be interested in a what is this? That's one of the worst covers ever.
Yeah, so. I mean, look, I don't know anything about these games. Obviously, I'm always
Oof.
interested in what 2F puts out. I find, Friedman Friese to be a sort of a mad scientist game designer who always does something interesting. He swings and occasionally hits, and more often he misses and misses colossally, but it's always something memorable, no matter what's happening. And so I'm always going to take a look at what he's putting out. And the opportunity to go and do that in person is something that is very high on my to-do list because he just, as a person and as a game designer, is such an interesting and unusual individual that I'm really excited just to see what's going on there.
Yeah. So Fancy Feathers is some kind of a card game. Yet again,
Yeah.
a total of something combinations are possible. Of course,
Yeah.
he's
That's his thing. Whatever it is, it's an opportunity to fill my pheasantry with the most precious animal collection. And
of course.
Findorf, that cover looks really boring. It makes the game not look interesting at all.
Are you
Which you'd
sure?
think, okay, why skip it on? Why not skip it on your list?
Oh,
But when you
oh.
open the box and you look inside, it looks even worse.
Yeah.
So, but some of
I
his
mean,
better games have been the ones that looked really boring and looked really bad when you opened them. So I give him a free pass on what the game looks like because I'm so interested to see how it works.
all right. So AEG has Meeples and Monsters, which was not on your list, as I remember.
No, because it's terrible. Um,
You played it?
yeah, I have it at home.
Mm-hmm.
It came
Mm-hmm.
through Kickstarter.
Oh, it's terrible.
When I say
Let's see.
it's terrible, it's not terrible. It's just not very good.
I
Um,
see. Okay. So I put this one on my list. I've seen this before, but this one says it's back building, engine building. So I'm always interested in some kind of a tech building, engine building, back building games. I'm just looking forward to whatever is there. And this one looks nice. Maybe I'll like it more. I don't
maybe
know
you
much
will.
about this one. So
Well, so
based on the
what
cover.
you're doing in the game is you're pulling a handful of meeples out of your bag and then placing them into this area, and that's fine. One issue is part of the game is building up buildings, but there's only like 4 spots or 5 or 6 for the whole game for you to build on. So once
Oh,
those are gone, then that
mm,
aspect is done, and they're
I
common
see.
buildings. Um, and then you're kind of placing them on these cards to fight monsters. And then you get some bonuses, but the bonuses are all in symbols and aren't always clear. You can
Mm-hmm.
upgrade the meeples if you get the right amount out, and then they have slightly special abilities, but every player's are
Mm,
exactly the same.
okay.
So I don't know. I found this game to be it's too long for what it is. If you were
Okay.
doing that for 20 minutes, it would be great, but you're doing it probably for an hour
Mm-hmm.
and I just was underwhelmed by it and
Okay.
did not. I got to the point where I actively dislike it.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We'll see.
Mhm.
We'll see.
Yeah, I
We'll
mean,
see.
maybe you'll love it.
It depends on the group I play with, and I'm searching for such simpler games where there's a lot of color, there's a lot of fine arts,
Mhm.
and something that is just ready to kick in from the start.
Okay.
Okay, so this one is another one which is seems to be ready to kick in from the start because it doesn't seem to be a great complexity. This is Ready Set Bet, which is on your list and on my list, I
It's on
think
my
so.
list. Hmm. Yeah, I
Mine
mean,
as
this is
well.
just a fast auction game. Again, I don't usually like or not auction betting game.
Yeah,
What's an auction? But it's going to be your Camel Up or your
yeah,
what's the other one? The dice one that's very popular these days. Apparently, you use an app that will kind of track what these
Horse
horses
Fever.
are doing
Yeah.
and make things. It's going to be another one of those. But if you like those, which I will say I do,
Yeah.
it should be pretty fun, and it has that nice. Um, it looks like a roulette table there for betting.
Yeah, but I mean, it says here it's you're betting a horses while the race is on. I think it's just
Right.
it's simple, it's nice. I'm not into betting games usually, but this one just sounds something I can just pull out. Let's play it. Everybody's familiar with kind of a betting as it is, in real life,
Yeah,
and it's something that I can get to the table. It seems so. All
I
right.
think that is definitely going to be the case.
All right, so All or None Games has Write the Future, which was on my list, and completely this is something like I'm looking forward to some like I'm searching for some smaller games for my game groups, etc. I'm diversifying my collection and my priorities in gaming nowadays, and yeah, because overly, let's say, my collection has this kind of a strict rule of 50 games, but there are few games, like half of my games are the ones that are going to stay in collection, no matter what, something like that, and they are strong contenders. And the other half is something I love them, but it's constant rotation. And sometimes I'm into smaller games this period of
Yeah.
time, and sometimes I'm into adventurous games, whatever. And right now I'm into this kind of a vibe of going out somewhere to bar or pub or whatever the place, cafe, and playing some smaller games. And it's so easy to get them out. And this one just looks cool. I like how it looks.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of purple there, and I know you have another game you like with a lot of purple.
Oh yes, but yeah, this one neon. This is a neon which is not hurting my eyes like Neon God, something like that. This is
Oh,
not that kind of a neon. This looks better. Anyway,
okay.
Write the Future, another roll and write game with cool things. Yeah. All right.
Well, good.
So, Würfelhelden, uh,
Yeah, which
not
means
mine.
dice heroes. That was on
Okay.
mine.
Oh,
It just looks like it's a fast dice game. It doesn't look like there's anything in particular. I definitely don't love the English title, which is very stupid, but I like the idea of Würfelhelden. And it just looks like it's a game. I think it's a Richard Garfield game,
oh,
and his designs are usually, other than his biggest game, they're usually pretty simple and light and fast, and so that means that they'll work with a lot of people. It does not look like it's very assuming. It's probably a fast, roll the dice, upgrade the hero type of a game. And hey, I'd take a look.
yeah. This one looks like this kind of a Risk, the dice game where you had this match the symbols, roll the dice, match the symbols kind of thing. Looks like that.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
well, we'll
one for
see.
me. Wait, Aporta Games has Revive, which you didn't put on your list, I think so.
No, I did not.
Okay, it wasn't mine. So Revive, it says Revive civilization 5,000 years after the fall of humankind. Already, I like the cover. I like the theme itself. It says asymmetric powers, blah blah blah. No fighting or direct conflict. Great. It has campaign. It's okay. Campaign let be, but I like small campaigns in Euro games. Like there was like Cloud Age, which I played. I know it's not something special. It's just there, but it's a small
Yeah.
thing that adds to the experience somehow. And this one just sounds cool. I just like the whole idea of building something up, reviving your civilization, and it's a heavier Euro game. I
Hmm.
don't know. Aporta Games has done some cool games, which are not completely my style of games, like Santa Maria, etc. Which I enjoyed the play of it, not for me. And I'm hoping here it's more spatial, more adventurous, or more into that discovery building up, and not just dry kind of a spreadsheet kind of a thing with like Santa Maria is a spreadsheet, the game kind of a. So yeah,
Sure. Okay.
looking
We'll
forward to this
see.
one. All right, so then we have RS Games, and I put this one on my list because it's still not really available.
Yeah,
It's
I didn't
so
put it on
hard
the
to get.
list just because it was on my Gen Con list, but this should be out any day if it's not already.
Okay, yeah. So I tried to avoid games that I put on Gen Con list. I remembered quite a few of them, but I wasn't I didn't remember all of the games that I put
Yeah,
on Gen Con list. So I was like, okay, if there will be few of them, and I tried to
yeah,
avoid demos as well. I
and I'm
hope I
sure
did
I
that.
failed as well. But
Yeah, this one is this is the expansion which I want because it has the deck of story cards, it has symmetrical abilities for starting crew. These are two things that I already want. I don't care about all the other stuff. Just these two things will be already enough for me to want this expansion, and I want it so
yeah.
badly.
Okay.
Or economics. Ha ha.
That was
It's
not on
a
my list.
So it's a second edition. So there was a first edition, which was it's not a fresh game, but this one is, it says, competing against each other to establish companies in industrial sectors. The game board is assembled randomly. There's a lot of playability, blah blah blah, economics things, and it just looks cool. Just looks cool. There's some economics and things. I like all that stuff. So a lot of color. That's fine. I'm interested in this one.
Okay. No comments.
Yeah. War of the Ring, the card game. Now, this is also mine. So, War of the Ring, I tried to play this one, but War of the Ring was 2 players, and you can play with 4, but basically a 2-player game where it's so slow. It's really hard to learn. The rule book is bad. It just I just couldn't play it. And like, for example, Arkham Horror was the game which I adored, and then the Arkham Horror, the card game, came out, which is a better implementation for me because I love card games. And this one seems to be a heavier card game. Nice. I'm in. I recently rewatched the Lord of the Rings saga because there was an anniversary of Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. I think no, it was the movie anniversary. I think something like that.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know. Anyway,
or just because you wanted to,
or it was Tolkien's birthday. I don't know. Something came up that was the 2nd September. So that was the day of something. Lord of the Rings. Yeah. So yeah, we're binge watching, and so this one, it says up to 4 players to compete in 2 teams. Maybe this card game version will implement 4 players as team-based, fighting or whatever, into a much better experience than the initial Lord of the Rings, which I haven't played, but I've seen many things about this one, and everybody says it's a 2-player game. Maybe this one will be a 4-player game. I'm all up to playing in teams. I like that. So yeah, and the theme. So card game, great theme, whatever.
Look, I'm interested in the game, and I think it was on my list as well. I don't have the same love for the background of the game, but
The franchise.
I will be interested in seeing it if it seems like it's something that would be interesting. And look, I'm always skeptical if a game has a team element. Often I feel like that's just
True.
turning a 2-player game into, hey, well, you could play it together if you want. But we'll see. I'll approach it with an open mind.
I have quite a few people who are really interested in playing this one. So, All right. So we had Blue Orange Games, which I skipped right away. I don't care about Blue Orange Games that much. Too many family type games. But Gummyland was your pick.
Yeah, because I love gummies. Okay. I don't know anything about it, but I am a habitual consumer of of gummy candies. And look, blue orange generally tends to be the right. It tends to fit the. I don't really know how to describe it, but it just tends to be the kind of games that are simple, but I end up liking them. And I'm hoping that this is another one of those. I would definitely check it out. Lots of theirs, you really have to see it before you can appreciate whether it's going to be good for you or not. And I would definitely want to stop and take a look at this one.
Okay. Yeah, there's no information but this one. So, whatever. Make a Dream. Oh my god. Make a Dream. Wow, exciting.
Make a Dream. You don't want a mechanical dream? I don't know. It looked
or is it a
fun.
pun on Make a Dream or something like that? I don't know.
I have no idea. Sometimes game titles are terrible. I don't know anything about it. I just looked like, it's a dream machine. It kind of reminded me of Inside Out. Manage time and resources to build machines to make your robot dream. I guess that's what you're doing, is creating a dream for your robot. There's not a whole lot of information out there on this one, so
I mean the cover is nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it looked fun.
So the Loop, the Pelzbrigade?
Pelzbrigade? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this is just a new expansion for the Loop. And I am really enjoying the Loop, and so I would definitely check it out.
Okay. I haven't played the Loop, so I not really.
It is the weirdest cooperative game. It's a bizarre game, but it feels like nothing else. And I'm assuming it says that they're brand new characters. And that's kind of the one thing that the game is missing, is that the base game, all the characters feel kind of the same.
Mm-hmm.
The first expansion added a couple new ones, which is nice. But this is adding a couple more. So.
Mm-hmm. More Than Dice comes out with Origins Ancient Powers, a small expansion.
Oh, yeah.
Not on my list.
It was on mine. I like Origins. It's a game that I rarely get to play. In fact, mine ended up being ruined in a recent event, so I need to buy the game again. But I like the game a lot, and I like expansions for games that I like.
Yeah, I do like Origins. I rate it quite highly, but the thing with the Origins is the thing with most of Euro games of such, with the dice placement and things, it has some cool ideas, but it's dry as hell. And
yeah, maybe.
And that's the problem. Like somebody said, it should have been named Torigins. So yeah, it's a T game, because it is like a T game, and I missed something. It's something like, ooh, I really enjoyed this game, but it doesn't come back to the table. This kind of a dilemma that I have with this one. But this one sounds like it has new type of buildings. Okay.
Yeah,
new
it's
type
two
of
modules.
building doesn't. Okay. Trials of Builders into scoring objectives. Okay, and the scoring thing.
Yeah. I don't know. It's probably a small module. Definitely one that I would probably not buy there and fit into my suitcase, because I'm sure it'll come out here. But it's something I'm interested in.
Okay, Teletum.
Now this one you'll see does start with a T.
It's a T game.
Yes, it is. It's the newest. It's the newest and the next one. So.
Oh, so exciting.
Yeah, no, it does not. It does not look so exciting. But again, I like the designers. They've designed many games that I've really enjoyed.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's got dice that you're placing, and it looks like it's got annoying and bad-looking symbols. And I mean,
how many dice?
That series has had more hits than misses for me, although they've really missed hard when they've missed.
Yeah, it's a.
I mean, look, even the name sounds boring, but
yeah. Everything. Is I mean, not for me.
It looks like it will be very boring, but it looks like the right kind of boring, the kind that I'm looking for in a game, and the kind that people that I know around here will really like. The color choices are a little unusual. All right, It looks a little bit more like candy than game pieces, but definitely one I'll check out, and I'm sure it will be very popular.
All right. La Beu de Jus, I don't know.
Yeah.
From the Moon. And this one
Yeah.
is a demo. That's why I didn't put that
Um,
one on my list. But I
I
mean, it looks
see.
cool. I mean, like based on the theme and the art here, I would have put it on my list. Sure,
Yeah. Well,
this
that's
looks
why I put
cool.
it on my list.
This looks really cool.
I don't know. It looks interesting. The company. This is a company that has distribution issues with coming to the U.S. So definitely one that I would check out.
Yeah, this one is Kickstarter, so I
Oh,
think
is
it will
it?
be. Yeah,
Oh,
this is it will be demoed. I don't know if the Kickstarter is still live. Yeah, it's still coming to Kickstarter, so it's probably a
oh. Well, then
2024
I'm
game.
less interested in it if it's not even going to be out anytime soon.
Seems to indicate
But
a
it looked
launch in October, so they're probably gonna demo
oh,
that one, then launch the Kickstarter.
okay. Well, we can take that one off my list then.
Yeah, it's a total demo, but does sound cool. The premise. All right, so Capital Gain Studio. Now, a very uh, controversial pick for me because I wouldn't be interested in this game. Zombie Life Insurance. A pun out there. Haha. It seems to be a bad game, but I do work in insurance, and I haven't seen any insurance games so far. So it's a game. It's a game with insurance theme. So it's just something I might play with my coworkers, something like that. It might be fun, just out of the blue.
It might be. This did not make my list, and I have a very low filter here. Uh, but okay,
It, just because of the theme, nothing else,
okay,
and my occupation. So, all right. So, Capstone Games has Fire and Stone: Siege of Vienna,
yeah.
1683. I looked at
This
this
is a
one. I was
real
like,
looker.
"Ooh, really bad." No, look. When I looked at this one, it looks really bad and
It
quite
does.
stylish
Yeah,
I like the flanks, the formations, whatever. I think
the
they're
little
called flanks.
arrows. Yeah. Hmm.
This is cool. This is not like
Yeah,
yeah.
and this is one that I'm actually very interested in. I've Capstone is a company that seems to be very selective in what it brings over to the US,
Mm,
and
less
many of
now.
its well, right, it's hard, but they have a very good catalog. I have not loved their train games, but I think I've really enjoyed everything else.
Hmm.
So if they're putting themselves behind it, I'm interested in checking it out.
Okay. So Terra Nova is my pick here. It
Hmm.
wasn't yours, I think. Look,
No,
this is Terra Mystica, which I have never played because I looked at this
uh,
one many times. It looked terrible. It sounded terrible. I mean, like it's like there were some parts which I probably was like, okay, it sounds cool. But this one is a streamlined, simplified version of Terra Mystica. That's where I'm like, okay, now I might try it. And this is
and
from
and that's
Cosmos.
and that's why I did not put it on my list because I like Terra Mystica, and I don't know that I would want to take things away. I would probably think I'm worried I would be thinking the entire time, couldn't we just play Terra Mystica?
Yeah, yeah, true. Because I have not played Terra Mystica, I think that might be
Okay.
something that might be interesting. And Cosmos is the company who they put out some Euros, some heavy Euros as well, but their Euros are always rather streamlined. I like their stuff.
Is this
I like how
Cosmos
they
and not
approach.
this is
It's
Cosmos
it's
and not Feuerland?
it's Capstone Games who brings this one here, but the initial publisher is Cosmos. You can see the Cosmos box
That
here.
surprises me. Well, I can see that, but just because Capstone regularly works with Feuerland, and Feuerland was the original publisher of Terra
No,
Mystica. But
only two
okay,
publishers here. So the
all
German
right.
and the English version basically they work together. Okay, so probably now it's a new collaboration. All right, so
Who knows?
Ori Kulk, something like that.
This is one of
Uh,
yours, I think.
yes, I put this one on my list because it says Bruno Catala. So that's it.
Oh, all right.
Goodbye. No, it's just some similar to short 4X. I'm sure it is. Yeah, great, definitely. But I know I'm just it's Bruncatella. I'm always interested in what he puts out because it tends to have this kind of a cool approach, and
Yeah.
these tiles they come in 1, 2, or 3 circles. Remind me of US Telegraph or Attica,
Mm-hmm.
I think was the one. Really remind me of that
Right.
placement thing.
Okay.
So, and I like that. So yeah, where is it? I hear. Okay. Anyway, uh, come together. Yeah, I think it was mine.
That was yours because I'm interested in it, but I'm too immature for the title. So
Okay. Okay. Chili Fox Games. So come together. This one has it's just because the theme. I'm not into 60s music festivals at all, but the music itself.
good because you can't go to one anymore because it's
Yeah.
not the 60s.
You organize your own festival using volunteers, build stages, camps. It just sounds as something interesting. It sounds as an interesting theme as it is. So that might be really cool. Retrowave kind of
It
thing
might
going on
be.
there.
This is
Oh,
this is a weird one, right? I looked actually more at how this one is
this is not in
played.
the
It
game.
looks like it's. Yeah, no, I don't think so. It looks like this is a weird kind of worker placement game where you place the worker and then you wait for someone else to activate it, and so it's I don't
Oh,
know.
really?
It's an interesting spin.
A twist. It's just like it's a worker placement. Like it's a roll and write. It's a deck building game, but with a twist. You know, everything is with a twist. Yeah, and then like the twist
That's
is
why I said a spin.
you don't shuffle your deck back into your discard. You unshuffle your discard, something like that. You know, it's like okay, calm down. Don't twist the game. Okay, barrage or like garage. It's barrage. No,
Okay.
no. Okay,
Um, I don't know.
I
This is a
tried.
new map for Barrage, right? I have liked so Barrage has been kind of a slow burn. It's got an expansion, and the expansion is pretty good. But what it doesn't have is a different board, and
Mm-hmm.
this is a different board. I,
Nice.
I've
I like.
enjoyed Barrage a lot. I've been playing it a lot more lately. It's gone over like a lead balloon with my friends, unfortunately, but I but
I
I still enjoy it.
I like the game. This game is unfair. This game is brutal in a sense, but I like it. It's
Yes.
it's not. This not. This game is not fair.
Well, that's all
Just
right.
okay. CGE, and both of these are on both of our lists because it's
Oh, okay.
CGE. I mean, deal
Yeah.
with the devil. Come on. Look at this one. It's 3 hidden roles. You can be the cultist, the mortal, or the devil themselves. I mean, nice. I'm more game.
Yeah. Well, right. This is by the same guy who did Alchemists, right?
Oh, hmm.
I think so.
Uh, what
I can
we?
click on that link. Yes,
Yes.
yes. His other game is Alchemist. So,
I mean, yeah.
um,
I'm interested.
the only thing about this game that makes me nervous, right? It looks fantastic, but the only thing that makes me nervous is that it is for exactly 4 players, which means it might be a difficult game to play.
Yes, that's the only thing. It has the app companion.
Fine with
Company app.
that. I mean, his other game had that as well. um,
Yeah, I like the screens. Anyway, yeah, that's CG. Just based on that already. Starship Captains, I think, was on our Gen Con list as
it
well.
was, but it wasn't really at Gen Con, and so I broke the rule and put it on this one again.
It's yet another Euro style game, engine building things and CG, whatever. Just buy it. It's CG.
Yeah,
I mean, they usually come out with cool stuff all the time. Like
right.
they are even more selective in their games and in their style of games than Capstone games. Capstone game has gone to mainstream at some point for me. but they
Okay.
are like, I mean, CG is even more like CG is like Fancy Flight is like we're putting out this IP stuff and we're doing all the same stuff all the time. You know, it's you know when you look at the Fancy Flight game, it's Fancy Flight game. You would never
Mm-hmm.
miss that. You know, CG the
Because it
same.
often has the same artwork as every one of their other games.
Yes, but with CG, it's also like when you look at the CG game, you can say yes, it's a CG game. I mean, like they have their own print, or I don't know
Okay.
if you get me.
Well, I'm no, but I'm interested in this game a lot, and I do like CGE is a company I watch out for, just like 2F, right? I mean, it's one of those ones where I'm even if I'm not interested in the theme, I'm interested in seeing what the game looks like.
Okay.
Although, fortunately, with CGE, usually I'm also interested in the theme, so that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. All right, so here we have Deep Print Games, Sky Mines, which
Yeah,
was on Gen Con
and
list.
it was on Gen Con list, but it wasn't at Gen Con.
Okay.
This is the remake of Mombasa. It's got a solo player mode. It's got a couple of new modules, and this is also the place where I was going to add one more game, but I'll just talk about it briefly. And that is from the same publisher, and that is the game called Beer and Bread, which is, I mean, it's a game. But it looks like it's going to be pretty fantastic. It's a multi-use two-player card game,
Mm.
and I'm all of a sudden more like I don't drink beer and I do eat bread, but it just looks like a head-to-head
Alcohol.
game with
Mm-hmm.
a lot of interesting things going on here.
Mm-hmm.
And multi-use cards is one of my favorite game mechanisms. So I'm always in, and I love two-player games, especially short, fast ones. So I would look. I'm going to look at Sky Mines definitely, but this is the one that I'm more excited about now that I just somehow missed it when I went through the list the first time.
Okay. So Woodcraft. This is from Delicious Games and Ross Arnold and Vladimir Suchi.
Yep.
Uh, so it's Vladimir Suchi and Delicious Games. Looking forward to their new title, but looks like
Yeah.
yeah.
It looks really kind of boring actually, but again, I this is a company that has not had a miss for me, and it's a designer that I don't think has had a miss for me. So look, Messina did not look amazing, but I ended up really liking it. That was theirs from last year. Underwater Cities is fantastic. I just I'm willing to give this game, this company, a lot of credit, and willing to look at anything they put out. And
Yeah.
in many cases, it's been something I've actually really enjoyed. So it's not been like I'm a martyr or anything. I just I'm very excited for this one.
Yeah. So Lacrimosa, which is from Devir Games about Mozart is dead, and yeah, news everybody, and so
Exactly.
everybody else needs to kind of a complete the Requiem,
Yep.
which is for me I put on my list because of the theme.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a unique theme. More musical games, yes. I mean, it's something still unexplored, quite quite unexplored in the
Yeah,
genre.
and the few games who have done it have maybe not even done the best job.
Yes.
So I'm interested in it. It was on my list as well, I believe. I think the cover makes it look like the game's a little different than it is. The cover, and when you go from cover to like board artwork, it's a big difference
Yeah.
there.
It looks like is like there's going to be blood. There's going to be
It looks like a
fighting
vampire symphony,
and
and
vampires.
then
And, yeah, yeah. It's
then we open the box and we see this. So I was, a little disappointed by that, but that's okay. The game looks interesting, and Devere also has a pretty good track record.
yeah, the Austrian genius. All right, so I think I would put this one on the list of the worst board game covers ever. DLP Games, Joan of Arc.
It
Look
looks
at that.
terrible.
Look
She
at
kind of
that.
looks like
Oh,
She
She's
kind of looks like she's smoking. Like,
what's going on with the body? I mean, like it's like
yeah.
it's like a snake thing going on there, and she's smoking a leaf with ink,
Well,
and
it's yeah.
she's drawing on a glass. So there was a huge glass window, like nowadays. She's in a skyscraper, the future. She's drawing her name on that.
Yeah.
It's
I love
bad.
Orleans though, so I'm interested in the game. I'm sure. So look, this DLP, I've often liked their games, but they also have a lot of
It's
duds.
creepy.
Um, and there's no information about this game, right? I mean, there's not really any pictures of it even, so I don't know. But I'm interested in checking it out.
I mean, that's where I say one positive thing about Clemens Franz. Clemens Franz, you never disappoint me. You're very consistent in your artwork. It's so
True.
bad. I'm sorry, but it's not. It's not a good artwork. Literally,
Mm.
objectively, it's not a good thing here. Looks
I don't know if it's
bad
objective, but it does
every
not.
way.
To
Okay,
me,
I'm
it does not look
subjective,
great.
but
I
wow,
do not know anything about
so
it.
bad.
The only problem is like all we've seen is this cover. I wish there were more information.
Oof. Anyway,
But hey,
sorry, I cannot. I cannot. Let's
yeah, and it looks
take it away
like
from me.
so from this company. I thought I had also put down Rise from DLP. Maybe I forgot to, but we can quickly look at that one. It's coming out from Capstone in the U.S. and it has a great cover, kind of a.
Oops. Okay.
Uh, but
Oh
it's
yeah.
got.
You didn't. Yeah, I think.
Oh,
But maybe.
maybe I forgot. I intended to. It's definitely on my list here that I'm going through. Um, but it just looks like, again, for me, it's another Capstone game, even though it's from DLP. And I love that cover with sort of those ghosts coming out of the factory. This game looks
Yeah,
like
it's
it's going to be pretty intense.
pretty bad.
So I'm very excited for the game as well.
Okay.
But there you go.
Yeah, I might have skipped it accidentally. I don't know.
It's okay.
Might be the
That's
case.
why I put it back on.
And now we need to.
I will not be censored.
Wait. No. I need to. Filter is on. Okay, filter is on. Okay. Now I need to do this one again. No, show all. Okay, so IQ files. So
This is
this
yours.
escape room. Yeah, I just there are several boxes, I think, or something like that, or this is just one scenario, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, IQ files, escape room game, yet another escape room game. Why not? I'm always interested into in escape room games and themes and mechanisms as such. So why not? That's it, and nothing else. I mean,
Yeah, I'm out. So as soon as I hear it's another escape room game, I'm like, you really have to work hard to convince me to spend my time on this. So
Essen Spiel, Great Western Trail,
Argentina.
Argentina. Yeah.
So this was promised a long time ago, and I'm excited for it finally to come out. It's more Great Western Trail, and it's done in the style of their new version, and I'm okay with the new artwork. I don't know much about what's different about this game yet. The pictures are, shall we say, not very revealing, um, but but I enjoy Great Western Trail a lot. I'm hoping that it captures a lot of what was in that game that made that game wonderful, rather than just being a new game with a Great Western Trail slapped on the cover. I'm a little nervous about that, but I do love Alexander Pfister anyway. So, and I love Great Western Trail, so I'm definitely excited for this one.
All right. Endless Winter, which is not coming out in, I think. Oh, it's the deluxe edition is available.
Yeah, it should. It is actually now.
I mean,
this has been on your list forever, and I finally put it on mine because it's now
yeah.
going to be available.
Look, to be honest, it's not really coming out in Essen. They have limited copies in Essen, like probably the air freight that they did, but
Oh.
the initial like Kickstarter like people are still getting or will be getting their copies, I think, after Essen. So it's not really a thing where it's out. It's just, this kind of an Essen special thing because they went to Essen, they need to sell some stuff,
I see. Well, we'll see.
kind of thing.
But I'll take a look at it. I mean, this is one that I had not been all that excited for just because I didn't look all that. I mean, the Kickstarter did not draw me in, but I would
Really?
definitely check it out if it were there in front of me. Yeah.
Yeah, because this one basically is kind of a Euro style, kind of like a Lost Ruins of Varnak. It sounds like that, where when the Dune came out, Imperium and Lost Ruins of Varnak, and there was the third game which came on Kickstarter at the same time. Like it wasn't out, but it came to Kickstarter. It was Endless Winter. Everybody was talking about like all these 3 games feature the deck building plus worker placement kind of thing in a new way. So yeah, this one does similar things. How much? I don't know. Frostpunk does Brettspieler, the bread game.
Yeah, the bread game.
I'm sorry.
All right. Das Brotspiel. Yeah, look, I don't know. So I don't know anything about this IP. Apparently, it's based on a video game, but I looked at it and it looked pretty interesting.
I mean, it is. It looks interesting. I haven't played the video game. It sounds like really brutal video game. But yeah, it looks interesting. Why not? I mean,
and I don't know. I don't know that Frosted Games has put out a lot of actual games. I know they put out a lot of promos and advent calendars and things like that.
they're kind of like distributors. I don't think they are initial kind of a.
Oh, okay. Well,
Like if you look at this one, it says Glass Cannon Games 11-bit. 11-bit is I think the video game company, and Glass Cannon. So I think the Frosted Games is kind of a distributor of this game.
Oh,
in
well,
German.
that's exciting. But the game still looks interesting.
Yeah, because it was a Kickstarter. Okay. What?
And it's a Brotspiel.
Yeah, a Broadspiel. Yes. Funbot. Crash.
All right.
Octopus.
So Crash Octopus is one of those
it
games
looks
that's been out forever. It's been out for a couple of years, but it's not one that's easy to get. And so it's one that I've been interested in for a while. It's, a drop stuff on the board type dexterity game. And this will be an opportunity for me to pick it up. So I'm definitely going to go take a look at it.
It's cool. Looks cool. I don't think I'm really interested in this one.
It's got an octopus.
Yeah. Oak. I think I looked at this one. I didn't put it on my list. It wasn't on yours.
It was.
Because it looks so dry.
Well, that's kind of their thing. They kind of go for that. This one actually looks more thematic than most of their other games. I don't know. It just looked cute and peaceful, and it's got those druid meeples that wear sashes. And I like gimmicks like that. I think you put the sash on to give it a special ability. And so, look, I'll take a look at it. I've liked some of their other games. I really like. Well, Gugong has had a resurgence for me. I played it with my brother recently, and kind of fell back in love with it. So I'm looking forward to checking this one out.
All right. Hans im Glück puts out Planet B. So it says idiocracy, corruption, a lot of dark humor. Yes, Hans im Glück is a good company. I like Hans im Glück, and this one has kind of your corrupt governors. You make crooked deals with corporations to advance your own interests. I'm interested in the theme, like corruption and all this stuff. Why not? There's money. I like economy in games.
Yeah. I don't know anything about it, so this was not on my list.
Yeah, that wasn't mine. So just because of the theme, animals of the animals of Baker Street.
This was clearly one of yours because
Yes.
A Sherlock Holmes theme doesn't do it for me either, and just putting him in
Oh, yeah, it
animals
was. Yeah.
doesn't make me that
It
excited.
just looks cute. It's a cooperative game, deduction, anthropomorphic animals, Sherlock Holmes kind of thing. I like that. Look at that frog. Look at that hamster, squirrel.
Okay, yeah,
Look, look. There's a
I'm not
spider
interested
there.
in this one at
I
all.
hate
But
spiders, but this one looks cute. Look at the spider. It's really cute spider. Aw,
okay,
it's just so cute. I just want it because it's cute. Okay,
very well.
very well.
The one that was on my list was King of Monster Island, which looks like another
Wasn't mine as
redo
well.
of King of Tokyo. Okay. Again,
It's
it's not a. It's really just been announced, so there's not a whole lot of information out there yet. But
it's a cooperative King of Tokyo, which I'm like,
great,
okay, I'm in.
yeah. I
Cooperative.
mean, I'm interested in it. It was on my list. I enjoy King of Tokyo. I enjoy King of New York. I enjoy the 17 other reprinted versions of King of Tokyo that there are.
Mm-hmm.
So,
All right,
we'll
so
see.
Aeon's End, Legacy of Gravefold.
This was not on my list just because I've already got it.
Oh, you got it. So it's the second
It's the second legacy
version,
game,
second legacy game. Okay. So yeah,
and
that's
it
why
is
I put
my
it on my list.
least favorite of all of the Aeon's End series.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes. And I'll tell you why. Because
Tell me
you
why.
open the box, and you can take the role of, you can play the Gravehold adventure or the I forget, some other place adventure. You pick which one you want to go through, and that's going to be the campaign that you go through. And so it says, oh, look, you've got these two stories. No, you eventually halfway through, it says, okay, now forget all those choices. Go ahead and play the other one and play those all the way through. And then, it just, that was very off-putting for me. It was like, okay, well, you're going to do what I had thought I was going to do is play one story through and experience it and then play the other story through. No, I had to do both, swap between them. I didn't like that. I did like the end boss. I thought that was kind of fun, but the story was not very interesting. The story never is very interesting. I will, as much as I love Aeon's End, I'm not going to give them any points for their writing. But this is definitely my least favorite of all of the Aeon's End, and it does not have the same level of customization that you had in for the first Legacy, where you were like creating your own character. Nah, you've just got these kind of stock characters, and you're maybe upgrading a couple of cards. So,
true.
I was disappointed by it.
Okay, that's fine. Stellarian, which I don't care about. It's yours.
Yeah, I mean it's part of that same series. This one with Castellian and Onirim and all of those others. They've been hit and miss for me, but they're good games. They're usually very small, easy to travel with, and often work well solo. So definitely one that I would check out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is
Pathogen.
a Pathogen. Yeah. Color Deep Studio. Taiwanese game.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the publisher, but the game, it sounded interesting, right? You're trying to control, I guess somebody's playing a doctor, someone's playing the plague, and you're trying to control different, like, mutually exclusive areas. Look, it doesn't look great. The pictures make it look like no, but this feels like one of those games that this feels like one of those games you would just that might be quite a find, right? This is one of those. It looks like it's made to be the kind of game that you think, ooh, this is something nobody else knows about. Now, I don't know if it will succeed.
Okay. Lucky Duck Games, Flamecraft was on my list.
Yeah, I've already got Flamecraft, so that's why it wasn't on mine.
Mm-hmm. So this one is from the Lucky Duck Games, or the Plus for me. Looking forward to their games. And you are placing dragons, casting enhancements to enhance the shops of the town. You need to get the favor of the dragons to follow that. and they look cute, and yeah,
That they do. They do look cute.
I mean, looks
It's
cute.
it's one of those simple and fast kind of games, kind of like your Caravan or Century Spice Road types, right? You're going to play a card every turn. You'll place your worker. You can play a card usually, or you can like cast the enchantment, which is basically fulfill a goal. If you play the card and you're going to get all these resources, if not, you're going to get some points and activate some special abilities. It's a simple back and forth type of a game. I've enjoyed it.
Okay, so Precognition. Learn
Another one
out.
of yours.
Was it mine? Okay, yeah, and
Wasn't on mine.
oh yeah. You need to find. You need to save humanity and stuff like that. Yeah, what's left of humanity. And this one says that comes from designing a new card mechanism, the dual select system. It fits perfectly with the theme because among the two cards that will let pass, one of them will come back to your next turn, and you need to do right choices for the next 12 turns. Just sounds interesting. A new card
Okay.
mechanism. I like card games and saving humanity. I want to save humanity, or what's left of it.
Okay. Some people just want to watch the world burn, though. All right.
Me.
Look, who knows?
Airmail. You are into boring themes, so
Yes, I am.
tell me about that.
You know, I put this on because it looks like that Polish game, that the Kolejka. Just the box
Oh, I
does.
see. Okay.
And
And
again,
the board is
yeah,
amazing.
okay. Look,
Love
the game
board. It's just so vibrant, colorful.
it
I've
is
never seen
colorful.
this board before.
You've never heard of anybody using blue, green, yellow, and red in a game before, have you?
Uh, green. Wow. Anyway,
Look,
I'm sorry.
I will confess and admit outright that this game does not look very exciting, but I'm hoping it is one of those games that has a boring theme that comes to life and ends up being really very engaging. I'm going there with again a low threshold, and I will check this one out and see if it looks like an amazing experience or a dreadful bore.
Yeah, I mean, I'm I'm into I might play it because I'm into such games which really go for that specific theme, and not something we've done before. Okay, there's been that mail game, the German mail game, whatever, looks terrible as
Okay, well
well.
that one's very different. That one's not really about the mail at all. Um,
But this one is about still an air mail. It's commercial airlines carrying mail. You need to get the profit. I mean, it sounds cool. The premise itself. Let's say. Okay.
we will see.
Mandu games are
So, yeah,
deities.
yeah, okay. I don't know anything about it, but it looks like it's deities, and I'm interested in it just because I've enjoyed these Korean
Looks cool.
publishers, and many times they have games that are both hard to find and amazing. And so, because of that combination, I'm excited to go there and actually see these. And because I do a lot of blind buying from this company and a couple of other of the Korean publishers, and it's kind of a crapshoot. It will be really nice to kind of go and look at them and see what they're like. And this one looks like it's got a lot there.
Looks abstract, but yeah.
Yeah, and it might be, but it looks like you're building. It almost looks like a remake of Manhattan, but with special abilities and kind of this, tuck stuff under your board type of a thing. I don't know. It looks very vibrant and colorful. It has nice pieces. I'm excited to try it.
So Peter Pan from Madagascar and Mark Paquin, who has worked with Bruno Catala on a game called the one with Yamatai, I think. Yeah, Yamatai.
Okay.
So here we have Peter Pan, and you need to find the 5 lost children. Just the cool theme. It's kind of this fairy tale-ish theme. Peter Pan is a cool I'd say fairy tale or IP.
I guess
So it's meta god. You make cool things, and the box looks
they
cool.
do.
I just
They have some cred. The theme is Peter Pan, Sherlock Holmes. There's a couple of those themes that just are not interesting to me at all, and it takes a bit for me to overcome that to get excited about it. And this is just for whatever reason is one of them. But I'm willing to take a look. It
and
was
it's a
on your
cooperative
list
game.
though, and not mine.
So yeah, it's a cooperative game. I discovered that I need to get more cooperative games into my collection because they're really popular amongst players to play with. I mean, like it's easy.
Okay.
It's always so much easier to teach a cooperative game because these are the basics. Let's just go on. Something happens, we'll explain. If it's like it's a perfect information cooperative game, then or whatever it is, it's just so much easier to teach cooperative games. You can explain 1/3 of the rules and then discover the rules as you go. Because I'm like a game master, just going with the flow. Anyway,
Sometimes that's what I do anyway.
with any game, okay,
Explain a third of the rules and discover the rest as I go.
yeah, all the FAQ. Astra from Mindclash Games.
Oh, Daniel says the Peter Pan is a new version of Treasure Island.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. And that was one I was not very interested in just because it looked so meh. It looked so
I mean,
yeah.
we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. Maybe it's different enough.
Well, we'll see. All right, Astra. I don't know anything about this. I just know that I put it on my list because I like Mindclash's stuff. They recently
Same.
added it, said it was something you could add on as part of other Kickstarters you've been doing, but why wait? I can get it here.
Same. I mean, it just looks interesting, small. Yeah, that's fine. Next move games. This is all yours because oh my god, pattern building game yet again. Ooh, we have so few of them.
Did you just say bathroom building game?
I said pattern building games, but
Okay.
you can build patterns. You can build patterns in bathroom as well.
I've never heard it called a bathroom building game.
I mean, tile layings are all bathroom games for me. I don't want to play them.
Next move, their games just work for a lot of the people I play with.
Oh, so
and look, I don't know that it looks all that interesting. Maybe it's amazing, right? I mean, Azul turned out to be a really fantastic game. I don't know. I think they're still chasing after that hit, but
I mean, I look at this one. I'm already asleep.
No, I think it looks colorful and lively.
Colorful, yes. And no, there's no life in pattern building. Stop this pattern building craze. Start doing something thematic for. I mean, it might be thematic. You can see. No, it doesn't look bad. I mean, like I'm kidding, but pattern building games are getting out of control.
Okay, well, I'm still interested in trying this one.
Yeah.
Daniel, who's watching us in the chat, is saying pretty much that he wants all the games that I do.
That's fine. You can go to Essen together if you want
to. Well, what?
I see. You found a new friend. You can go to Essen together then. All right, I see.
Okay. All right.
No, I'm kidding.
But anyway, I'm interested in Maui just because I think it's going to be the kind of game that's going to work with people, and I'll get it played a lot.
Okay. I don't like to play with people. Anyway, what? Osprey Games, Undaunted Stalingrad, which is on your list because I haven't played Undaunted, so it's not like I'm going to buy this one.
And it's on my list because it's more Undaunted.
Yeah.
Right? I love Undaunted. I love Undaunted North Africa. The reinforcements is not disappointing. It basically just doubles the stuff you have for Undaunted, but did not add anything, new campaign wise. But Stalingrad, that's moving it to a new front, and then they're doing Battle of Britain next. So you'll have all the World War II you could possibly want in this light deck building card game.
I mean, so one might say that this is undaunting game, yeah?
Huh? No, I don't think that's how that word works at all. Um,
I know, I tried. I had to
um,
try.
yeah, you really didn't. So, look, I think you would like Undaunted. I don't know that
True.
Stalingrad is the one to start with. I think this will probably be more complicated than the other two, but it's a game that I still really enjoy. It's one of the best deck building games out there.
Yeah. So Bloodbreaker games, it's an older game called Combo Fighter, but this one, so
Yeah, it's already out.
the the Colossal games, they are, I mean, I don't know if they're bad at distribution, but it's
Yes.
impossible to get their games. I mean,
No, it's not.
collaborate
I
with
have this one.
somebody. Collaborate with somebody. Do something. It's like there's only like US thing, no Europe. I mean, like, and then that's why Oscar went and they had their own company first, Plotmaker Games. I saw them many years ago, and they're like, okay, and we're gonna redo this game and make
Okay.
it our own from the start, and that's good. That's what I like. Okay, I'm not into the borders on the cards. Bad. But I mean, like it's cutting the cost because they're a small company. Okay, I want to see this company distributed in Europe and be more widely available, and that's why I put this one on the list. Look
Okay.
for that game. We've played this game. You and I played this game. We both love this game. So
Yep.
it's a
That's
great
why I'm not
rock
excited to
paper
see it at
scissors
Essen
game.
because I can see
Uh,
it in my
yeah,
closet.
it was more like a not a marketing purpose, but I just wanted to give a shout out
Okay.
for to a great game which is now in the hands of the initial publisher who will probably distribute this
Okay.
one more easily. Now, Portal Games 11, which will be able which you will be able to pre-order for Essen Spiel pickup, and I got it from from the Game Found. So I will be
Well,
getting mine after the Essen, probably
I was going to
November.
say, I got it from the Game Found means I paid money for it on the Game Found. I did not get it there yet.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, but yeah, maybe I kind of got it. I got it, kind of. You know, you see the small rating. It's like trolls. You can see all the trolls rating the game for whatever reason. Um, so yeah, this one is football. I've played Football Manager, the video game, a ton in my past. I love football, or I loved football. I'm not really into football right now. I don't know, just went away from it. But still, I'm interested in all such stuff and football managers. I've played it for many hours, hundreds of hours, all of the different editions throughout the years. And this one seems to be a football manager, the board game, basically.
Hmm.
It's from the Club Stories, which was the initial kind of a edition of this game. Now it has been reworked with Portal Games. They do a lot of cool stuff. I mean, like they do have a great production. So I'm really interested in this one
Sure.
because Football Manager game is not the theme you see.
And
It's unique.
I think they need to get the rights to Ted Lasso, and they'll sell 1 million copies. Um,
Hmm,
I look.
okay.
I ordered this one, pre-ordered it long ago through their Game Found. I'm not. I don't know if I put it on my list just because I'm more interested in having mine show up finally, rather than buying it at Essen. But I like
Yeah, no,
Portal. It's
true.
another one of those companies. I'll try everything they do. So
It's just a shout out that no, it's a game that is coming, is also coming out in Gen Con, and I'm interested in this one.
it did
Sorry, in
not come out
Essen.
of Gen Con.
In
Okay,
Essen, yeah.
all right.
Um, okay, so
There you go.
Pythagoras,
Pythagoras.
Pythagoras,
Was that one of
Pythagoras.
mine?
Yes, definitely.
Oh,
If I cannot even, uh,
okay.
and of course, when you look at the cover, you can already see
Oh no,
this
the
is not
game is
something.
okay. Pythagoras is the publisher. This is Mosterio. This is another Build a Monastery game.
Moisteria, yeah, moist, yeah, whatever.
Well, right. I don't know what language
Mhm.
that is even. Um,
Such a great
I love
word.
building monasteries. Come on, building monasteries is the best thing to build. It's even better than a castle.
Do what you want. Do what you want. Just don't show it to me here. It's Portuguese monasteries.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
Portuguese.
probably. Yeah, now that I look at it and I'm looking at all of the designers and such, that must be the language that it is. All right. Yes, it's another game about building a monastery, but many games about building a monastery have been very good. I'm willing to give it a try.
I don't know. Okay. Whatever. Let's just go to the next game. Red Maggio has Tindaya, which was on my list.
Mhm.
Please the gods, Dare to Survive. It's a cooperative game. Civilization Environmental. Just a cooperative game with this kind of a tribal theme. I'm always interested in such things, so why not? We'll see. But it has this kind of a syndrome of what it says here. It's a survival. You can play cooperative, including solo, competitive, and in addition to the trader variant. So it's like it's the syndrome of every game
Sounds
possible
like
in
a bit
one
of an
box.
identity crisis.
Yeah. So yeah, but if the initial game is cooperative and this one is kind of everything else is variant, why not variant? So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Okay, that one's one of yours. I'll go back to
Yeah,
the
it is. It
monastery.
is. Yeah. I mean, I have to please the gods. Then that's fine. Okay, Reaper's production, and this one, I think it should have come out, or it will come out, and I don't know. It's like I saw it somewhere else, I think. But this is Cash and Guns, the Harry Potter edition, Stupefy.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I have the crowd for that. That's why. Like,
Okay.
I wasn't that enamored with Cash and Guns, but I need to have a few games in my collection that are a higher player count and just just easy and go. And Cash and Guns is just with this kind of a guns and gangster things, but this one is Harry Potter, which many people like, and it has wands and things. It just the theme is really cool here. I think I will get more people to play Stupefy rather than Cash and Guns.
This looks like a tortured attempt to put a Harry Potter theme on Cash and Guns.
But I mean, like, if I can swing that wand, I'm fine. I love it then. I mean,
yeah, I'm not going to look at this one at all. I'm fine with Cash and Guns. I don't think I need another one.
Okay, so your favorite name of a game, Clever Forever.
It's the fourth version, right? This game is going to offer you exactly the same gameplay with slightly different rules. I thought, this is a game series that probably never should have been, but I like all three of the existing ones. And this will be more. Look, I already know what I'm getting with this game. I can tell by looking at the cover, which has dice bouncing out at me. I've played the game, so I already know the rules. I just have to find out what the new scoring opportunities are, and I will have a good time with it.
Okay, true. Les Copions Masque, Turing Machine, the mathematical computer machine or something like that.
Yeah, this game just looks really interesting. I watched some videos about it.
Oh, it's
right.
Yeah, it looks so great.
No, it actually really does, because you take these cards and you put them together, and it's like the cards are some sort of a machine, and they will give you. It's a logic puzzle. You're trying to figure out, some set of rules, and then when you want to take a guess, you'll pull out a 1, a 3, and a 4, put them together, and look at the back, and it will show you if that's the right answer. And it works. This game looks like a puzzle that probably could have been an app, but it looks like it's just a really interesting physical way of making this all work together, and I'm fascinated by that.
Mm-hmm. No. Right,
This one was
so
clearly on your list.
Spielworks, Oranienburger Kanal, Uwe Rosenberg, already
He's discovered orange.
wait, Spielworks, thumbs up for me, yes? Look, it's
Yep.
read sarcasm. Spielworks, thumbs up for me. Uwe Rosenberg, thumbs up for me. Look at the cover, love it. Look at the board, amazing. Look at me,
Doesn't this look
I'm
amazing?
just kidding. It's I'm gonna vomit by looking at this thing. My God, look at that!
I think this looks fantastic. I'm very excited for it. This looks like the driest game imaginable. This will sit right next to, I don't know,
Look at this.
Hospital
It's so great.
But it might be amazing. And I'm a fan of. And
God,
you want to know the amazing thing? It's an Uwe Rosenberg game with no polyominoes. This is like going back in time.
Yes, it's a clock here. It's an orange clock. You're going back in time.
That looks like the Glass Road type of a mechanism, which was actually an interesting way to deal with resource production. That wheel that they had.
It looks like all types of vomit type of a thing. So you can see all the different colors of that.
They probably could have picked a different color palette, but this is definitely
really
what Spielworks does.
Nothing. They do nothing about their style.
No, they.
Okay. They have their style. They have their style. Okay. I'm not gonna get into that. I'm gonna get banned from YouTube.
So are we gonna
hate
Are
me.
you going to play this with me on the cruise?
If I will be able to throw it overboard, then yes.
Shocking. Okay, well, we'll see. Let me try it first.
I might be banned from Daystone Cruises from now on. I mean,
you probably will.
Okay, so yeah, let's get to a look. This one doesn't look that bad. Look at the cover. It's fine. They can do it. They can. Look at the board.
Color.
Oh, yet again, the board is not that bad. I mean,
the board looks much better than the other one.
That color thing here. Oh my! Why do you use blue with black? No, you never do that.
And apparently they do actually. I don't know. This one looks kind of fun. All right, this is your kind of building up something. You're building up your abbey and the pilgrim trails to encourage people to come to you. It looks like it's the one thing that's kind of slightly off-putting for this one is the playtime is 0 to 150 minutes, or sorry, 60 to 150 minutes, which we all know means it'll be at least 3 hours.
Look at this picture. That person fell asleep while setting up the game.
No, he looks excited.
Very excited.
He's ready to go. That's an action pose.
Okay. I'm gonna close my eyes because I kind of look at this garbage here. Oh my god! Look at that! Wow, what is that? Never do that.
Great.
Design 101. Okay, I'm kidding.
How many games have you published? Design 101.
In my mind, around 27. And number 1 is Scythe, but what? Anyway, Beast, which was, I think it was my Gen Con list. I didn't put it on here. It was on your list, but it was on my Gen Con list. Remember, you didn't put it on your Gen Con list. I think.
Okay, well then, there we go. It's back again. And I don't know if it was actually at Gen Con because I didn't go this year. But look, I like Beasts.
I mean, this one, it said, as a deck decoration. I read deck decoration now. It's a deck of direction cards, and you need to. There's like one versus many, something like that. Does it remember?
Yeah, you're cooperating and fighting a beast, and I think one player plays the beast. So there's probably a way to play it cooperatively and competitively, and with a hidden traitor.
Oh, yet again.
I don't know about that, but
even the Ukrainian company, Zvir. I think it's Ukrainian.
I don't think it's Studio Mindenhall is I don't think a Ukrainian company, but
No, I mean like they even have the Ukrainian
okay.
edition of that.
I think this one's actually published by some Norwegian or Swedish designers.
It's
but,
a bestie. That's a good thing.
Oh, that's
What's
amazing.
that? Check bestie.
Bestie.
No.
That's I might have to get the Czech version, throw all of the components away, and put the English ones in there.
Yeah.
That's how it is. That's amazing.
Here's my bestie here. Are you gonna play my bestie? Okay.
That sounds amazing.
You need to find the bestie and you reunite yourself with the bestie. Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry. Just a cool name. Bargain Basement
Bathysphere.
Yeah, thank you. Oh.
So
BBB.
Bargain Basement Bathysphere is a game that I played a lot during kind of the shutdown period.
I
game.
Remember that. Okay.
And this is the published version of it. I've played. I mean, I played a lot of Bargain Basement Bathysphere.
Great looking game.
It's a print and play game. I mean, what are you expecting? All you needed was 5 dice and a printer.
They're going to. They're going to remake it.
Yeah,
it's so beautiful.
It's being remade, reprinted as an actual published game, and it's a single player game that's really interesting, right? You're kind of it's got a push your luck aspect, and you're also improving your submarine. This one's actually definitely worth looking at, and the best part is you can play, and it's got like 20 chapters. It's a campaign game. You can play it for free.
20.
You can play it for free by printing out the version if you want, or you can buy it. And I found it to be a really interesting game. It's definitely worth taking a look at.
Okay. And the last one is Challengers on your list as well.
Yeah, it looks fun, right? I mean, it's arena type combat.
I don't know.
You're putting in various characters. There's dinosaurs and giant chicks and superheroes and okay, yeah, the artwork is definitely a choice, but but
that's a good one, yeah.
Well, whether I agree or not, it was a conscious choice. They look like they've gone for a particular artist
what's going on with that knight there. What's the sword here? Like, what is he fighting? Sword. It's a wooden sword. Look at the knife. Is what's this pose? It's like, okay, what?
I thought you were talking about how the way his foot is positioned that makes it look like something.
Look at the wizard. I mean, like, look at the wizard. He's sitting on a toilet, casting the light.
Well, I mean, at least you got to go when you got to go.
on the go, yeah. I'm sorry.
I don't know. This looks fun. It looks like a lighthearted game that's probably quite silly.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No.
I thought you said it was on your list.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
I said it was on your list, or I didn't say anything. I'm like, just Challengers. Ooh, looks terrible.
Okay.
Okay. So that's it.
Look terrible.
That's it. You can.
That's it.
But just to be sure, if we clear all, you can see that there are 999 titles.
Yeah, although that is kind of a misnomer because a lot of them are reprints or games that literally came out in 2019 and are just going to be there.
Like Doken Danger.
Well, yeah, I did not look at that one.
I thought you will. By the way, I thought you will pick that one because the cover looks terrible.
It does.
I mean, like the art itself, it's nice. It's kind of a book art, but the whole the surrounding thing, the frame and the I don't know the.
Is this your number 11? Are you secretly slipping this onto the list?
Sure. So I can troll it? Yes. I'm Zamrock. Okay. Yeah. Glücksgriff is the one I thought you will. Or Graveyard. Look at that. It's a beautiful cover.
Oh, wow.
Look at that. It's the... What was the game where you build the Notre Dame?
The Nightmare Cathedral?
No, the worker placement game where you build the Notre Dame, or you build the monastery, whatever you build
Are
there.
you thinking of Pillars of the Earth?
Yeah, this one
Or you're
seems to be
building
Pillars of the
Kingsbridge
Earth.
Cathedral?
Look at that. There's that same building there, and
Yeah.
you're building graveyard. I think. Oh, look at that. That might be really cool.
Okay.
You have to look into it. It looks really quirky, and you like quirky games.
I do like quirky games. We'll see, right? There's always a possibility. I have very little agenda when I'm going there. I'm just going to go and experience what I can. Try and play some games, probably buy some games. That's part of why I have Victor coming with me, because then he can bring a suitcase of games home too. He doesn't know it yet, but that's what he's bringing.
He's always bringing something. Ooh, you could bring me something from Essen.
I'm not going to Estonia after Essen.
I know, but you can give it to Victor and he's going to bring something.
But Victor doesn't live in Estonia.
I was going to send it to me via Lithuania.
Okay.
It's really easy when you send it from Lithuania to Estonia. It's like a 2 days thing.
Well, I might be able to pick you up a copy of Oranienburger Canal if you'd really like it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that. Anyway, that's it for today, folks. That wasn't that harsh. I've been trawling quite a few games a lot. We found our game of Essen Spiel, Bestie.
Yeah, Bestie. I definitely need a copy of Bestie. I might just have to ask them if they can give me a checkbox with the English game inside.
That might be really fun. Oh, and Oranienburger
Canal.
Mm-hmm. The burger canal. Yeah, looked like a burger, but not the tasty one.
All right.
Anyway, thank you for watching, and we'll see you another time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Don't forget, share your picks for Essen Spiel as well.
Absolutely.
We'll be watching this.
And tell me that I'm right.
Or wrong, mostly.
We'll see. Okay. See you on, I guess on Wednesday.
True.
Sounds good. Bye-bye.